Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Novalino Rizaldi. Now I'm gonna try to share my observation about distribution and channel marketing process at Shopee. According to the employee of the company, Faizi, Shopee is the number one e-commerce in Indonesia. The company comes from Singapore and has entered Indonesia since 2015. Now Shopee is the largest unicorn in Indonesia. Shopee are the service provider between the seller and the buyer. Shopee will help the buyer to coordinate with each other, especially in terms of delivery or operation. For example, such product storage to be stored in Shopee warehouse and guaranteed original goods for the customer. Shopee had no supplier because they have no own goods. They only reach out the seller to sell their goods in Shopee application. Shopee cooperates with many expedition companies such as JNE, Gojek, Grab, etc. to facilitate seller to sell their own product. Shopee has 5 out of 6 of service outputs such as customer service, waiting time, special convenience, information provision, variety. But they have no book breaking because they don't purchase goods as large to store in their storage. Regarding channel flow and efficiency analysis, from buyer perspective, Shopee become the third party that connect the seller with the buyer. After the money received by the Shopee, the seller will send the goods purchased by the buyer with the expedition provided by Shopee. After the goods are received, the seller will get the money from the goods that sold. From seller perspective, first they must register in order to sell the product in Shopee. Shopee divided into Marketplace and Shopee Mall. In Shopee Mall, it is only seller that have hak kekayaan intelektual, that can sell their goods in Shopee Mall. However, before seller can sell their product in Shopee Mall, they have to sell the product in the marketplace first. In the marketplace, among sellers divided that only Shopee know. There are long tail and short tail and middle tail, LT, MT, and ST. In the beginning, all sellers will definitely join the LT. From there, if the sellers are growing, they will be directed to MT, as the same goes to ST. After joining the short tail marketplace, there is brand acquisition team that will reach out the seller who have good sales and good performance stores. Their shop will be offered to enter the Shopee Mall because of the different benefit that seller will get from his Shopee if he has entered the Shopee Mall than in the marketplace. After joining the Shopee Mall, new seller will enter brand incubation. The goal is to socialize difference between selling goods in marketplace and Shopee Mall, with period of 1 month for introduction. After entering the brand incubation, the seller will be transferred to the relationship management facility, with the facility to personally inquire about campaign or issues that are happening to the relationship management. In Shopee Mall, there is still 3 stages, such as in marketplace, namely the same, LT, MT, and ST. Even though the brand has a big name and has good sales, everything still goes through the process that occurs according to SOP, so that there is no jealousy between sellers. For example, Unilever. Even though it is a big brand, we all know that to get to the ST stage of the Shopee Mall, we'll still go through the process from the start. Regarding channel structure and intensity, Shopee is above seller. Shopee has a policy to regulate sellers in selling their goods. The intensity is carried out between seller and relationship management is quite frequent for monthly maintenance and report on current issues or notifies if Shopee will hold a certain campaign. Besides joining the group, seller can also communicate issues personally for their respective relationship management. Shopee and seller have their own independencies. Shopee needs a seller because as a service company, it is useless if you can accommodate sellers to sell their goods. Sellers also depend on Shopee because nowadays buyers definitely need a platform to believe that the store will not cheat. So Shopee can guarantee that a counterfeit or not arrived items will be refunded. If there is an agreement that is violated between Shopee and seller, there will be a sanction, and Shopee has a quality control team that controls every day. For example, if there is problematic content or fake item, will definitely be taken down by Shopee. Regarding strategic alliance in distribution, Shopee as a marketplace has cooperation with expedition companies such as JNE, Cepat, Gojek, Grab, etc. etc. to make it easy for sellers that what they close to the expedition from their store. Shopee also cooperates with payment system in Indonesia such as banks. One of the collaboration is with Mandiri Banks in terms of special payment that require credit card. From the Shopee itself, we'll get the new customer, especially from Mandiri Banks that use credit cards. While for Mandiri Banks, we'll get the exposure and get good publication to increase their credit card usage by shopping at Shopee. Regarding vertical integration in distribution, Shopee integrates its businesses. For example, Shopee Pay. So there is a company called AirPay, which is subsidiary of the C Group, which is also a parent company of Shopee. So Shopee Pay is integrated with AirPay. Regarding law in channel marketing, the regulation on Shopee price is not regulated, but will have an effect on seller on sales traffic, and Shopee will suggest the seller to set the lowest possible price for the target market. There are no regulation governing sellers because Shopee has a wide market from all kind of people, from children to adult. Shopee will also suggest the right price because there is a team called Price Match, the team in charge of matching price with other platforms. The point is to increase sellers' sales because usually the buyers choose the cheaper product. Regarding logistic and supply chain management, Shopee has never experienced the bullwhip effect phenomenon because Shopee has never bulk breaking or buy goods in large quantities, even though they have their own warehouse, but the warehouse to be rented to sellers who have large quantity of goods, not Shopee property, because Shopee is only a mediator between seller and buyer. Gap analysis between theory and practical. The first theory is in service output demands. There are 6 segments such as bulk breaking, spatial convenience, waiting time, variety, customer service, and information provision. In Shopee, there are only 5 because Shopee doesn't have their own staff. They only loan their storage to their seller for money. I think it is obvious because Shopee doesn't need to complete the 6 segment like bulk breaking unless Shopee want to expand their businesses like Indomaret, sell their own mineral water. The second theory is special intermediaries are brought into a channel to perform a specific flow and typically are not heavily involved in the core business represented by the product sold. The practical at Shopee, e-commerce hosts third-party sellers, give them freedom to choose sell price, and then typically charge a percentage of final price as referral fee. What Shopee do is for the best for everyone because company get the profit from seller, the seller get platform to share their for their profit, and then the end user will get the convenience. Also, specialized intermediaries are heavily involved by the product sold because all sales are through Shopee. The third theory is SOD is greater than SOS. There is a practical at Shopee, there is a stock monitoring that is done by Shopee to the seller to avoid items that are actually out of stock but still can be sold. I think it is great that they have relationship management to maintain things like this. But to make it perfect and avoiding mistakes and complaints for customers that buy goods but out of stock, Shopee should have an insurance option about ready stock guarantee before customers check out their product. To conclude this observation about Shopee, Shopee is a company that became medium between seller and end user, also known as customer. Shopee have many divisions to make both seller and customer satisfied. They also cooperation with another company to support their business. Shopee has allowed that outlet both to sell seller in large scale to small scale. The only service output that Shopee didn't do is bulk breaking because they had no goods that they own. They have a storage to loan, but it's for the seller. My recommendation to Shopee is to have insurance option about ready stock guarantee or any guarantee to decrease the perceived risk from customer regarding buying things at Shopee. Thank you very much.